This is just a blast of thoughts and theories relating Tibetan Buddhism and the mantras spoken by the sacred Buddhists and yogis throughout time, and a relation to the free energy tops of these buildings, these resonators, these Van de Graaff generators, Tesla coils, whatever form of amazing technology that we don't even really fully understand is kind of appearing lately in the tops of these old buildings and in a video like this one that UAP ended up putting out. And I'd seen this before on another channel, but when I saw it the other day with UAP, it kind of made something click, and because I heard the sound, and I couldn't capture the sound in this video, so I recommend checking out this video and other videos I've seen. This is definitely covered from someone else who originally filmed it, but check out the sound. The sound is what really got me this time, and it really sounds like a mantra. So it got me wondering if the mantras that we know of now, the ones that have survived, like Om and Ah and many others, I wonder if they are remnants of this, if they are things in particular chants that, when harmonized with one of the tops of these sacred temples, makes something really magical happen. Like something that basically unites the harmonies of the earth, the surroundings, with the body in a harmonic way that just is what we are probably designed for. I believe this resonating capability and these frequency utilizations of the body were incredibly necessary. This would be a great explanation for why these buildings are here, why they're found on a lot of sacred temples surrounded by amazing art and different archaeology and architecture. And definitely check out the pattern that this energy creates. It is unbelievable, reminiscent of crop circles of all different things, and imagine which each one could do. It seems like each one of these resonators and different steeples, the way they're designed, could create a different energy pattern, a different harmony, a different frequency. These could all connect and have light bouncing in between them. The way those were arrayed, it looks like they would, these as well. They could all power a house. They could probably power a neighborhood, heat, energy, anything you want. Probably purify the water, create music if you want, create a hum. You could probably tune it down, make it a frequency that we couldn't hear. You know, and these things are in our face, and they're taking them down left and right, like Notre Dame and all these different things. They would probably love for all those buildings to be eviscerated and for us to not have discovered and be thinking the way we are, but we must. And so the chakras and the frequencies, the mantras, what if they're all connected? You know, certain frequencies were connected with certain chakras in certain parts of the body that were designated to heal them. That's why even these patterns may be symbolic of them. This is from a book by Romeo Shrestha, and it's an incredible, absolutely incredible celestial gallery book. And he did some amazing artwork. He's still alive today, one of the best living artists, especially of this Tibetan Thangka style. But you know, think about it. These chakras, the healing properties, I believe they were healing stations, all those churches. And so the different frequencies, the different powers, the different amounts of ornamentation probably could lead to different levels of frequencies. Some were probably cheaper and like for easily more affordable, easily created, like so homes could have them. Others were probably extremely elaborate and top-notch and designed for the churches, the sacred temples, the most important places. And when I say churches, you know, that's what they're known as now, but they could have been anything lately. They look more and more like machines as the days go on and these realizations keep occurring. So here are some of these things. Om and Ah happen to be my particular ones, like Mani Padme or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly what they are, but every time I've ever kind of harmonized with one, me and my friend, every time something great and amazing would happen that we didn't understand, we'd always be like, oh, and we'd just harmonize with each other for like a few minutes sometimes, and we'd go off, end up singing songs, and it really just felt good, you know. And then inevitably we ended up coming across the Tibetan symbol Ah, and so it was something that naturally came to me and my friends, and we were embracing this thing and discovering it, and then we discovered that the Tibetans had already discovered it. So it's really like harmonizing with the earth. And there's different times in my life, I know, where I'll hum something or someone will make a sound and I'll be like, wow, like that is in tune with everything around me. And then I try to mimic that sound and it feels great. Everything sounds great. Everything sounds unbelievable. So now picture a building like these churches, these temples, and fill it with people, all harmonizing with a giant machine that is designed to harmonize perfectly with the human body and resonate sound everywhere. I bet you bells, chimes are all also based on these tones. They probably knew exactly which tones to get to match the human complexion of sound frequency accessibility. And there's no telling really what our true potential is once we embrace these. And these celestial realms that they get taken to in their meditation, in the Kundalini and all these different things, we kind of know of them from doing yoga and different maybe sacred medicines, but they, I'm sure, were connected just by sound and accessible to everyone just by harmonizing the body, the mind, and the spirit all in one. And I bet you these resonators at the top had something to do with it. I almost know they do. Right when I heard that sound, it reminded me of so many different things, drone instruments or just different feedback sources I've had before that have given me the chills. And I can imagine it on a huge level resonating with giant organs, people singing in harmony in a spiritual place, in a past without any of these electromagnetic craziness going on. None of this distortion, none of this pollution, in just a time period where you could just meditate on sounds and get taken to different realms. And maybe we could go up to the above worlds and to the underworlds through this meditation. Maybe we realized we were just an avatar and we could go everywhere throughout the universe through this astral travel. You know, all of these are possible because people have experienced them here on Earth in glimpses. And back in the day, in the ancient times, it seems like it is something that they would be very akin to acknowledging, accessing, experiencing, embracing, and just absolutely loving. I can totally see it. And the Sri Yantra, you know, this could be a combination of different frequencies, and the representation of that. Maybe in harmony, one frequency can do so much. What can a harmony of frequencies do? A composition of frequencies. We get a taste of that with really great music, but there's so much more. And this has Om at the direct center of Symbologeode, a crystal of symbols throughout our Earth's history and human past. And you know, you never know what these symbols, how these originated, but they all, a lot of them, you know, they can be found in radiolara, very small sea creatures, different bacteria. They can also be found in giant areas, in different buildings, and all these patterns, all these seeds of life, flowers of life, these fractals that we see everywhere. They can all be seen and inferred from, and who knows the true origin of a lot of these symbols, but they did have meaning, they did have power. And I bet you the harmony of these symbols, the visual and the tonal sound structure was very important as well. And how that all relates to the body, how the body embraces it. You know, they are definitely trying to poison us with food, with sound, with everything. If they could eliminate, you know, if this was a necessary part of the human body, they would want it ridden from the earth. And it's sad, but that's definitely the way it goes. And we have to find out what these are, bring these machines back, and start resonating with them all the time. It can definitely seem a little depressing considering all the ways that the powers that be are just really trying to destroy us, whether they're spraying stuff from the sky, putting it in our food, our medicine, creating delusions with the information that they give us and the lies that they spread to just psychologically destroy people and lead people astray. You know, so it's really up to us, the ones that know better, that have to take it back. We have to take reality back. We have to embrace this technology. We have to bring it back. We have to discover its true purpose, because it leads to our true purpose and our true potential as humans. And we're not going to discover it with these false alleys. We have to be led down the right path for once. And I hope we can. Bless you all.